What's going on, guys? Oh my, Godzilla back here with a very exciting Godzilla figure review, guys. Today we're taking a look at from Mezco Toyz in their 5 points XL figure line, the Godzilla Vs Mechagodzilla Deluxe 3-figure box set. This set obviously includes Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, and King Caesar. As you can see, lots of great weapon effects for all three of these figures. Can't wait to take a better look at this figure set, guys. Without further ado, let's jump right in.
Oh my god!
Real quick, jumping back to when these figures were in the box, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at the packaging with these figures inside. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla Deluxe 3-figure box set. You got the 5 points XL figures. They definitely, lots of glare off the box, lots of layers of packaging, so that's not even necessarily the camera distorting it. They're just really kind of hidden back in there. Taking a quick peek at the side of the box, you got to look at the figures there. Back of the box, a couple great images, shows all of the different effects we're going to get in this set. Other side of the box, same image. Very cool image. From the poster on the top of the box, and then the bottom of the box is just going to kind of have your basic goodies on it. Go ahead and crack this guy back open. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so we are back here with our set again from Mezco. I've definitely have been waiting for this guy for a while, pre-ordered it forever ago. I feel like at this point, Mezco definitely takes their time because I believe they pretty much make all these sets to order. So they do all their pre-orders and they close their pre-orders and then they ship after they've kind of taken in all their orders. But obviously, guys, three really cool figures. I set them up with all their effects, so this is kind of everybody fully kitted. But let's go ahead and take a look at each figure kind of by themselves first, starting with Godzilla. So obviously, Mezco includes a base stand with all these guys. One of them was way bigger than the other ones. I didn't really know who to give it to, so I just gave it to the King. But we'll take a look at him without the base stand. So this piece comes out. This is his Atomic Breath piece. Great detail, great color, kind of some translucent blue on there. And obviously just a small piece that fits into the open mouth of this specific head. He does come with another head with a mouth not quite as wide open. And then obviously the breath effect cannot go into there. But both heads look pretty darn good. Great sculpt, great color, great paint. Teeth are painted well on both. The eyes look good. I think these are very, very well painted. And good detail on both of them. I love the spines. The spine color looks great. And the spine color looks great throughout the entirety of the figure, all the way down through that tail. Good segmented pieces on the tail. Good painted hand claws and toe claws as well. Taking a look at the bottom, even texture on the bottom of the feet. So that's great. Definitely love the detail and whatnot they put into this figure. In terms of articulation on these figures, we are going to be able to get 360 out of the head, and this is where you take the, if you're going to swap the heads, you do take the full head and neck off on Godzilla. The arms don't quite get 360 because they get bonked kind of on the leg, and the legs are really, really tight. You could kind of spin them pretty well, but I don't really, it gets real tough past there, so I'm not even going to mess with it. And then tail-wise, guys, nothing on Godzilla. So no tail articulation. 5 points articulation, as stated in the name. But I do really love this Godzilla detail and color. Great figure. Definitely a fan of the Godzilla design. Next figure we're going to look at is our Mechagodzilla, guys. This is obviously the kind of fully kitted out, all effects in use Mechagodzilla, guys. So he does come with the, he comes with two different heads. He's got the two space beam FX that attach to his open mouth. He's got the one cross attack that attaches to his chest, and the two interchangeable finger hand missile sets. So this is obviously the one with everything on him. If you wanted to, so these pieces do come out. And let's take a quick peek at them. They look great, kind of translucent rainbow. As we see in the film, they look really great, and they just kind of insert right into the eyes. Great kind of texture detail on them. Great execution, I think, on those pieces. And then this head has kind of the little eye holes, whereas the other head does not, and it kind of has more of a closed mouth, whereas this one has the open mouth. But both head sculpts look great. Great detail. I love what they did, especially on this one's eyes. You can kind of really see how, you know, they got some texture on the eyes. Not quite as perfect as they could have. The side of the eyes look pretty good, but they got all the little screws and divots and whatnot, and then even the mouth, they did paint the kind of fake tongue he's got in there on both sets of heads, so that's really awesome. They did that. So obviously if we want to change the head of Mechagodzilla, it's just the headpiece that comes right off. We do have 360 articulation on that head. Moving down, great detail on the body. I love the kind of color they chose. It like looks like a real kind of accurate metal, but it kind of looks worn. It's not too fresh and new. It's really a great choice, I think, of color they picked. Again, still amazing detail, all the little rivets and screws and whatnot. And then this piece also just kind of pops out. He's got the little trapdoor that flops out. And then this kind of L joint, you can see, just sticks right in there. Or you can go ahead and put this tiny little piece back in to kind of cover up where that weapon effect piece comes from. You just kind of line the L up again and punch it right in. It actually fits very seamlessly, so they did a great job on that piece. And this piece is detailed really well. I like how they even included the little trapdoor that flaps out. This explosion at the beginning kind of base looks great. And obviously just a nice little lightning bolt coming out of there. Next and final piece of Mechagodzilla's weaponry is the missile fingers. And I think they did a really good job at doing this also. It's really cool how they, the fingertips are still there. And he's shooting at a couple of them on that. And it's cool how they pick different, he's shooting, on this hand he's shooting the missiles out of kind of the top two fingers, whereas this one he's shooting it out of the, not shooting it out of the middle one. So it's cool that they didn't just replicate the same hand. Actually, these are both done differently. And then obviously we have some regular hands if you wanted to have him not shooting the missiles. But I figure they give you all these effects, you might as well display them with all their really cool weaponry. So I'm definitely a fan. Really cool smoke. And I just think it's super cool they gave this really unique Mechagodzilla attack. And then moving down the rest of the figure, we do have some great detailing. Great paint. I love the sculpt. This is a really, really well done figure. In terms of articulation, guys, we got easy 360 on those arms. We already showed you the 360 on the head. And we will actually be able to get a pretty easy 360 out of the legs here. Tail is once again fixed, giving us again the 5 points of articulation as advertised in the name of this figure. Last and certainly not least figure we're going to take a look at is the King Caesar. I feel like King Caesar is definitely one of those figures that does not see enough love. We kind of have seen a little bit more of him lately, but just still not a ton. So I definitely am super glad when they announced the set, this was the figure I was most excited for, was getting another King Caesar figure. So start with the heads, guys. We do have two different heads. One kind of with an open mouth and no ability to attach a breath or his attack effect. But it looks great. I love the detail they did on this head. Really a great job. Ears are pointed downward. And on this one, we have the ears pointed upward. And he's got that piece you can kind of pop out. And he's got that little hole in his eye to insert his prism eye beam, which also looks great. Nice translucent, kind of clear, turning into blue. So great job on that. The teeth are painted really well. I like how you can kind of just really see the individual sculpting kind of done on all those pieces there. Really great job they did kind of on his mane. I love that fur texture. It's really big and kind of majestic looking. Really great job. I love the brown kind of move, his arm, his plating. He's got the little tufts of fur going on in there. Great looking tail, really big and fun. Moving down, got the back toe claws, really like that. Feet look good. Some detailing and texture even on the bottom. Great paint and color. I think they did an amazing job on this King Caesar. Mezco always, they're a little expensive of their sets. The figures are a little smaller, but they always deliver a great product. Last year, they did the Mothra figure set, and that didn't even have a Godzilla in it, and that set was still really high up in my figure of the year set. So in terms of articulation, guys, if you want to change that head, it's just the head piece that comes off. Leave that neck alone. But we do have articulation kind of at the neck. It's really tight, so that's not really going to go too well. There's how that head pops out. So don't try and twist that head. You're going to snap that piece. But the neck, definitely not getting much articulation out of it because that mane is just too darn big. Arms, if you kind of move the mane out of the way, you can get 360. Kind of got to tilt it, though, so he's not going past those too much. And even there, I don't want to rub that paint too much because it will be devastating in the long run. And then the legs kind of get stuck up here. So definitely not the most articulate of figures, this King Caesar, but a great looking figure, amazing paint and detail, and then once again, really cool to have that offensive piece attached to him. Alrighty guys, next thing I want to do is go ahead and compare these figures to a couple other figures. We're going to start with another Mezco, because this just being the Destroy All Monsters Godzilla. So going to be pretty much almost the exact same height. Our 74 is going to be a tiny bit taller, but very close in height. They're going to scale very well. So obviously the Mezco stuff all kind of fitting in the same size line. Going to all work really well together. One more I wanted to show you was the Mezco Hedorah. Also coming with a fun little offensive effect. But again, the Mezco stuff's all going to kind of fit fairly well together. That Hedorah fits in just fine. Wanted to show it up against a Super 7, just one of their reaction figures. Obviously Super 7s are going to be quite a bit smaller. Just wanted to give you a size. Even smaller than that is the Bandai 60th anniversary figures, just the kind of little small boxed ones. Going to be pretty small, but I just wanted to kind of just to give you a further scale understanding. And then sizing them up against a Movie Monster Series of 6-inch. This is the 2003 King Caesar. So just I wanted to show you guys. These do not really scale at all well with the 6-inch Movie Monster Series figures. Alrighty guys, so this has been the Mezco 5 Points XL figure set Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 1974 featuring Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, and of course King Caesar. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this figure set in the comment section below. I'm definitely glad I picked up this set of figures here, and I'm definitely thinking that Mezco is still doing a great job keeping these figure sets rolling, and I hope we continue to get more from them because they do a great job. I love all the effect pieces that they included here. Tons of goodies included, guys. Definitely glad we got this set. So again, let me know your thoughts on this set in the comment section below, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you in the next one.